should have known that I was going to do another rant today. Like, I feel like it was just blatantly obvious that I was going to be going down that path today. Going to work right now, just in case you're wondering. What are we doing? We drive around, and women shouldn't be allowed to drive, so I'm trying to shoot as many videos to ensure that women are no longer allowed to drive. So I film myself driving poorly, and I bitch about women a lot. Women have no right to complain about anything unless somebody actually takes advantage of them or hurts them. And even then, it's like, how many times have like women purposely put themselves in situations where they end up somebody's victim, and they know damn well that they do this, but they act like they had no idea that people have sexual intercourse in a hotel room. They had no idea that that happens. Like, women don't want you to think that they were born yesterday. Women want you to think that they were born like 5 minutes ago. You know? Like, that's how manipulative they are. Like, I don't think that women are as stupid as they pretend to be. I think that's an act. I think that's an act so that they can pretend that they're victims. And of course there are exceptions to this rule. Of course I don't believe this about everybody. But whenever you make like sweeping generalizations about people, but those generalizations tend to be pretty motherfucking accurate, people can't wait to get into an argument with you about how you're stereotyping and all that shit. But they have no problem stereotyping white men. They have no problem stereotyping an entire generation of people that live to different standards, you know, or they have no problem generalizing and making a stereotype about entire religion or entire political party, you know. So it's like, as long as you own the fact that you're generalizing and stereotyping, I think it's totally fine. As long as you are cognizant of the fact that you are saying something that might not be applicable to everybody, but it is applicable to most people that are in that particular sector. It's like, as long as you're aware of your own personal bias, I think it's totally fine to have bias. It's totally fine to say whatever you want to say and talk as much shit as you want to talk. The reason why I talk shit about women is because I'm a woman. I have a uterus. I was illegitimate. I am a bastard child, essentially. So I was born out of wedlock to parents who I still don't know who they are. And my mother could have made a decision to abort me, but she chose not to. I have spent my life, you know, being very much conflicted about all of this. Not just her decision, but, you know, everything that's happened. And not that, like, all of it was bad or anything, but I just have a very unique experience in regards to just being a woman, especially because I have a man that lives inside my head. He's not a separate personality. He's just part of my core personality. I do not have multiple personality disorder or DID, dissociative identity. I just go in and out of different voices that I do. It tends to freak people out, especially men. But like when I'm around women, I'm very, very masculine, and when I'm around men, unless they're also feminine or, you know, women, they act like women. When I'm around masculine men, I tend to act very feminine. But I think that with my kaleidoscope brain, like what I've got going for me is the fact that you know, I think outside multiple boxes at the same time, and very like I've said before, like my channel would strongly suggest iconoclastic, but I would say that I'm iconoclastic not just in regards to like the traditions, the you know, typical church or institution, whatever you want to call it. I'm iconoclastic when it comes to like everything. So I'm constantly questioning the culture, constantly berating the culture, bitching about the culture, because, you know, culture tends to be terrible. Like even a long time ago, like there was no such thing as the good old days. Like, I'm sorry, America First types, but that didn't exist. You've been lied to about that. You've been lied to. Like a lot of people that have lived in this country haven't enjoyed living in this country because it hasn't been what this country promised them, you know? And let me tell you, if you can get your kids taken away, this is not a free country. That should not be allowed under any stretch of the imagination. Like these things that have been happening for a long, long time, you know, I'd like to think that they're finally coming to an end. I really don't know. I'd like to think that, but it's like all these things that we perceive are really bad, you know. It has to do with good that's happening on the sidelines that people don't know about. So keep your head up. At least you're not a kid being passed around a pedophile ring. Think about that.